Hey guys, Jimmy Jones with eXp Realty. So this week's video, we're going to talk about the shift in home buying from the buyer's perspective. I'm going to share some facts and some quotes. I hope you guys enjoy it. So from a buyer's perspective, you've been out there looking at houses, making offers and feeling beat up, maybe because you still don't have a house to show for it. That on top of seeing headlines like housing boom is officially over, home sales drop in June due to price increases, and then June sales drop, evidence of a turnaround. So you see all that, you feel what you're seeing in your local communities. And so from a buyer's perspective, your mentality is, you know what, I'm gonna wait and maybe now's not the right time to buy. But I would just wanna give you some hope. This is the real estate market runs in cycles. And so instead of waiting for a crash, that crash is not coming. I talked about that. If you follow me in my weekly video series, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the real estate bubble, comparing this market to the early 2000s crash. So maybe go back and check that out. But basically, it was different because lending was different. It's more strict and structured now, and then sellers have more equity now. So that if they need to, they can sell their house and instead of going into foreclosure. So in this market, basically, it runs in cycles. Early 2020, we had COVID, so there was, slowdown in sales, but it came roaring back in the summer of 2020, and then it's been pretty intense ever since then. And so even though it's slowing down slightly, it's getting back to more normal levels, and that will continue as I'll share here shortly. As far as buyer traffic is concerned, in May and June of 2021, it's very strong still. There's a monthly showing index that shares what showings have looked like. It peaked in March of 2021, but it has dropped off slightly each month since then. But we're currently on par with the summer of 2020, which again, it was very intense and it was probably the highest it's been in history. There is a quote from Lawrence Yoon, who is the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors. He said, "At a broad level, home prices are in no danger of decline due to tight inventory conditions, but I do expect prices to appreciate at a slower pace by the end of the year. Ideally, the cost for a home would rise roughly in line with income growth, which is likely to happen in 2022 as more listings and new construction come to the market." So what he's saying, essentially, picture yourself driving down the highway at 100 miles an hour. You see a police officer on the side, so you slow down to 70, 75 miles an hour. While it feels like you're putting along, you're actually going the speed limit. So in real estate terms, that's kind of what we've been dealing with. It's been so intense over the last 12 to 18 months that now that we're starting to slow down and get back to more normal levels, it feels like we're putting along, but it's still a very healthy market. Just to kind of go to that, we have roughly 2.5 to 3 months worth of inventory, so it's still a seller's market. But home builders are applying for permits as fast as they can. 3 of the top markets in the country are here in Texas. Houston, the Woodlands, and Sugar Land is the top market for building permits. And then there is a shift in home buyers coming back to resales, which is used homes. And that's starting to come back because there are more people putting their house on the market now. So I hope this information's been helpful. If you guys have any questions about today's video or any other real estate topics, please message me down below. If you love my videos, please follow me or subscribe, and I'd love to be your realtor. Again, it's Jimmy Jones with eXp Realty. Have a great day.